Welcome to this episode of The Wolf and the Shepherd. Today we are going to talk about gyms, gym memberships. So, you know that at the first of the year or just before the first of the year, most gyms say, hey, come join our gym. We'll waive the fee to join, we'll waive the subscription fee. It's only going to cost you $10 a month. It's going to cost you $20 a month. Maybe you pay $99 for a year. But it's always about going to this giant facility full of all these workout machines and tricking you into believing that you actually need to walk into this place and let all kinds of strangers watch you work out. So, why? Why is it as a society we are so interested in belonging to a gym? And why is it that so many people pat you on the back to say, oh, you went to the gym today?
I have two big problems with the whole gym model in terms of how they market towards you. I get a
Okay?
lot of stuff through the mail, I get a lot of stuff through email, and I don't know why because it's not like I'm looking up working out.
Right, but what are you getting through the mail? What are you getting through email from
Oh, I'm
gyms?
getting this pay $8 a month to go and work out at a gym, and I'm thinking, well, that is a really good deal because it costs more than that to join a cult, and I can't go and eat at Double Dave's Pizza down 377 and visit more than twice to that. It's like, so how is my money? How is my $8 a month paying for the electricity, the cleaning, the inevitable bathroom issues which are going to happen if I
the,
expound too
the
much energy?
or the inevitable old man in the locker room that's like
Yeah,
65 years old
yeah,
that has got all his gray hairs
yeah,
curling
dropping
down
off.
where you
Yeah, I
don't
don't
want to
know.
look at those, and how creepy
I
that
don't I
is.
don't understand the model. It's like, imagine if you rented that much space in an office building.
Okay.
You just put chairs there and people just worked. I think they've just done the math on, okay, if we could sell this office space and this is enough office space for 150 people to sit there all day long, blah 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 per hour, then this pays for the building. And this is what I don't get about this gym membership. What are they trying to entice me towards? I know they obviously, after the trial membership, the money's going to be like three times as much by month 4 or 5. There's going to be a lien on my house. Some people are going to come around and beat me up if I don't pay
Oh,
my gym
sure.
membership.
It kind of reminds me of Columbia House in the United States. Maybe you didn't have this in Britain, but in the United States, you always got these memberships from Columbia House, and you said, okay, well, you're going to pay 1 penny
Mm.
for 8 CDs or 8 records or 8 tapes, and you literally
Right?
taped a
Yeah.
penny to a postcard,
Yeah.
and then you said, here's the ones that I want, and then you sent that out, and then they said, well, if you forget to send this postcard back in,
Right.
we're going to charge you $30 for
Yeah.
something you didn't actually
Well,
want.
actually,
And
one of our good friends, Eric, on Facebook the other day posted a meme of one of those, buy 5 CDs for $4 thing, and he had, I finally paid it off, like 40 years later.
yeah, I remember, no kidding, me and a friend of mine, and I know we're way beyond the statute of limitations here, but we actually got a P.O. box and we made up names, and we got, I can't tell you how many, probably 200 CDs sent to that P.O. box from
Oh,
Columbia
wow.
House and
Oh, my
BMG
goodness.
for
Oh,
that.
wow.
But in looking at gyms, I honestly kind of think of it that way. It's like, they try to invite you in. They try to say,
Yeah.
okay, well, just go ahead and join up here, tour around here, look at our equipment. come work out. And honest to God, they try to hope that you will go ahead and give your credit card, give your bank account, whatever, so they can
Yeah.
automatically draft every month your membership. And if you come once, great. If you come 5 times, great. But they hope you actually don't come.
Do you remember
and
that
they
Friends
just want the
episode
money.
where they try and quit the gym?
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah. It's hilarious because Chandler and Joey, I think it was mainly Chandler, he wanted to quit his gym membership.
Okay.
And every time he went there was a hot girl who confronted him and said, like, why do you want to get rid of your membership? And blah, blah, blah. And I think both of them went there at the end, and it's just like, I want to quit the gym, but they couldn't quit the gym. But,
well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
And it's just going back to the fact that it's all just BS. It's all BS.
Yeah, I just don't get. Like I said, that model is like any other model. Like going back to the exact example you brought up about, you buy those first 4 or 5 CDs for 50 cents each, but then the next ones cost you an arm and a leg to get, and you're paying it off 30 years later of 19% interest per month. And it's the same thing with gyms. They get you in on these low-cost programs, then they try and sell you these personal trainer programs.
Sure.
You go to the vending machine and you're hyped up on Monster or a protein powder, adrenaline or whatever, and it's like, oh, it's $4.50 for a Gatorade, but it's either that or drive down the road and get one from 7-Eleven for 99 cents. But there is nothing in there. There is no proof that machines in gyms is any better than body resistance workouts.
Right.
I mean, doing push-ups.
Right. So are gyms trying to play on the fact that everybody belongs to a gym? You've got to look at popular opinion and, I went to the gym, I did this. And so the people that want to be in shape, they want to look good, they want to have that beach body. They want to be able to have a 6-pack abs. They want to look, if you're a woman, they want to look good in a bikini, whatever. Are we playing to the fact that the way to get to that body is to have a gym membership versus somebody saying, hey, you actually don't have to go to these facilities.
Right.
You can actually do push-ups, you can do sit-ups, you can do this and have the same body, but we want to create a kind of community where not only are you going to come in here and do your quote-unquote workout, but we're also going to try to sell you some stuff.
Yeah.
We want you to come in here. We want to, quote unquote, encourage you, but we really just want to try to sell you more stuff.
Yeah.
Is it almost like a cult status? And because we are in the age now to where everybody wants to be healthy, everybody wants to join a gym, and everybody looks at somebody that goes to a gym, if they don't go to a gym, and say, oh, man, that person has great self-discipline.
Yeah.
They go to a gym, they work out, they take care of themselves. I wish I could be like them. Maybe one day I can do that. Is that where we're getting at in society?
I think the gym has it's replaced the bar scene in some ways. That females go there to meet males, males go there to meet females.
So explain how that would happen.
Well, because it's not just the actual being there physically. It's how many people do you have on your timeline on social media who post photos of themselves at the gym, or they check in at the gym and their female quota or their male quota, depending who's posting it, is like, oh, they like to take care of their body, they like to eat well. And it's an attractive thing. I mean, let's be honest. If you've got somebody being like, put on 30 pounds this weekend, drank a lot, ate 4 pizzas, threw up. I mean, although it sounds fun, sounds like a fun weekend, a lot of the time you don't want people who have that as a continual lifestyle, and so it's an attractive thing when you have somebody who says, oh yeah, I checked in at the gym, I ran 9.4 miles today,
On a
walked,
treadmill.
yeah, or walked wherever. I mean, it's an attractive thing because it means they've got self-respect, and I think we've come to the point of enlightenment, whether it be through Dr. Phil or whoever else, that people who don't respect themselves find it hard to respect other people. And so when you see this kind of discipline of people, oh, they're going to the gym, they're trying to improve themselves, you think, oh, they're confident with themselves as a person, and so they'll respect me. Because I think we've got to that point where we kind of think that if they're not happy with themselves, they're never going to be happy with me.
Right. So are we going to get to the point to where things like the Peloton bike, there's
I love the idea of
the mirror deal where
yeah.
you hang the deal on the wall, right?
Yeah,
and you look at that.
Yeah.
Is that going to put gyms out of business? And I don't want to get too far ahead here because I look at things like the Peloton bike, right? And I'm like, okay, I understand how people need some encouragement. I mean, look, you know me, I don't like to work out. I don't want to run around. I don't want to lift weights. I don't want to do any of that stuff.
Asked me to give you a piggyback to your Jeep, which is about 10 yards outside this office.
Yeah, if I have to walk 5 steps from here, I'm going to have to take a break 2.5 steps in, right? That used to be the norm. Now we look at people and we say, oh, okay, well, you have to be in shape.
Right.
And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody should be in shape. They should be taking care of themselves and all that good stuff. And I'm not going to treat anybody wrong for trying to take care of themselves because that actually is a good thing.
Yeah.
People should be taking care of themselves.
Yeah.
But you don't need all of this crazy gym stuff to take care of yourself. You could do it with push-ups and sit-ups and pull-ups and going outside your house, your apartment, wherever you live, and running. So is the gym an attraction for more than just getting into shape?
I think it's more about correlative marketing. Because, obviously with going to the gym comes with buying this gym wear.
It's called athleisure.
Oh, now. Is that what it's
called?
Yeah,
so you can actually look this up. It's called athleisure.
Yeah.
So you and I both, and of course most people listening to this right now don't know, but there are several times where you and I meet and we've got Adidas shorts on.
Yeah.
It just athletic shorts.
I don't know if either of us have ever worn athleisure. So.
Well, but by definition, this is athleisure.
Right.
But it used to be this was workout clothes.
Right.
Now it's okay for a woman to go out in public in yoga pants.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Used to, yoga pants was for yoga.
Yeah.
Now women go out in public in yoga pants. There are websites of pictures of women in yoga pants.
Yeah.
Athleisure is a big deal.
Yeah, I follow a lady on Instagram, actually, who does a lot of yoga. And I have not yet done any yoga, but I just like the photos of her doing yoga.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm thinking I'm going to get around to it. Eventually, I think. But what I was saying about this kind of marketing around going to the gym, not just the clothes, but supplements. You can go into Walmart and buy, a keg size container of protein powder.
Right.
And you're supposed to, have like how much stuff of that before you go to the gym, and it gets your, shook up, and all these vitamin waters. Smart water. I mean, what is that? Smart water, right?
Well, I did drink a bottle of Smart Water.
Were you smart afterwards?
I think I was.
You sure?
Well, maybe
You
I was
want-
dumb. Maybe
Yeah.
I was dumb
You
before.
were
and now-
$2.80 out of pocket
Oh,
afterwards.
so maybe I'm dumb now.
But the point is, it's like, yeah, there's this whole marketing around the gym thing. And, we look at, in our area especially, we have 24-hour fitness. And I'm not dogging on them. I mean, I know they offer a lot of good programs. And I think anytime if I'm driving and I see somebody who looks slightly overweight, kind of jogging or walking, it's never in my mind to make any type of derogatory comment. I'm always like, good for you.
Absolutely.
Fantastic for you. I am so proud of you.
You know what?
You want to go out and work out.
No, that's a great point, because the people that are out of shape are the ones that actually need to do the exercise.
Yeah.
And for the people that want to make derogatory comments about somebody that's fat, somebody that's out of shape, somebody that's actually trying to lose some weight or get healthy, and then they say, oh, and then they make the fun of them. You know what? That's terrible.
Yeah,
that's absolutely terrible.
I appreciate everybody who tries to make any better change in their life.
Look, it's the same as looking at the old people going to the grocery store.
Yeah.
You've got the 70, 80-year-old people going to the grocery store, and you know what? You've got the guy that's on the walker, right? And he gets out of his car and he grabs the walker, and he drove the car to the grocery store. He gets the walker out of the back seat and he walks in the grocery store and he buys the food or whatever in the grocery store, and then needs some help outside from the 16, 15, 17-year-old kid that's sacking the groceries or whatever. And then there's people saying, oh, look at that guy, what's he doing? You know what?
Yeah.
Those people that are looking bad on somebody like that that's actually trying to continue their life and trying to do the things that they did not 10, 20 years ago.
But you know what I see when I see that scenario?
What's that?
75-year-old guy who's putting that walker in the back of a car and, parking is, I kind of wonder why they don't have a younger relative who couldn't sign them up to Amazon Fresh. Because old people in grocery stores, let's be honest, they are a pain in the butt. They walk slowly. Don't think they should be in there. I think there should be an educational program where people go around and teach them how to sign up to Amazon Fresh or one of those equivalents. Just get the old people out of the grocery stores. We could get this stuff moving, especially now with all this COVID thing and the social distancing. This whole thing would speed up if we could get this 75-year-old away from the meat market.
Well, okay, fair enough. So then what you're saying is we should actually take, and we're going to say, like, I guess, high school kids, something like that, to teach them to do that. And honestly, you're onto something there, because that would be great for high school kids to say, you know what? You're going to have 5 senior citizens.
Right.
Senior citizen families, right, that you're responsible for, and they're going to tell you, what they need,
right,
and you're going to either A, teach them how to put this on Amazon Fresh, or B, you're going to have to order it for them. So in my example of 5, and actually let's make it 10 so we can do the math easier, right? So you got 10 of them. By the end of your term, you ought to be able to teach 7 out of 10 to do it themselves, or you fail.
Yeah. But think about
because we should look at the fact that the technology that we have right now, the younger generation should be teaching the older generation, hey, you did all this work before. You set all this up for us.
Right.
Now let me repay you.
Right.
So in your grocery store deal, 7 out of 10 should be a passing grade. But you
Right.
know what? If you taught 10 out of 10, then you get an A plus.
But like I said, think about your parents. I mean, once Jeff Bezos gets this whole drone delivery thing, sorted out, if your dad asked you to stop by the store and pick up a turkey, you would go online and get the drone to drop it off and say, Dad, just go outside and pick up the turkey.
Right.
Because you don't want to have to do a 40-minute round trip to go and deliver you the turkey.
And honestly, that happens today. He says, hey, well, my dog needs dog treats. And I said, Dad, you have a Amazon Prime membership.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and order the dog treats.
Right.
So they get delivered to your
but through
doorstep
Alexa as well. I mean, he just has to say, "Hey Alexa." Well, what was that story you told me a couple of months ago about you teaching your dad to deliver dog food by telling Alexa?
Yeah, and it's so hard though for them to let go of the new technologies, and it kind of goes back to the gym because used to there was no gyms. Right. You had Gold's Gym, right? That was the muscle bound guys.
Yeah.
That was the ridiculous, exactly the power lifters. It was, oh, look at my muscles. I'm gonna wear this wife beater shirt and look at all my muscles and all that.
My nipples are permanently hard.
Absolutely, and look at all my muscles and my veins are popping out and look at me go. Or you have Muscle Beach over there in California and all that crap.
Yeah.
But now are gyms inviting people to get past the fact of the muscle bound guys and not really being in shape and just taking the hot women that want to do yoga classes and everything, and the creepy guys want to sit in the back and saying, oh, look at that chick that's bending over and look at how great her butt looks in those yoga pants.
Yeah.
And the other part of that there's some people that want to come here and try to flex their muscles and try to meet somebody. I look at gyms as the new dating aspect.
Absolutely.
And it's not really about working out because if you think about what working out should be. And years ago when I was in high school and I played sports, it was all about running and just being in shape, doing push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups. You didn't need a fancy gym.
Right.
You just, kidding, did what the military would call PT.
Right. Yeah.
You just got out there and you worked out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Always look at these before and after selfies on social media, right? And it's got somebody like, this was me 9 weeks ago. This is me now. But I look at those photos and it's like, it's just me just taking a good poop. Or me just not eating like an idiot for one weekend. Because you can see, they're arching their back, they're sucking their stomach in. It's like, what are you trying to sell?
Well,
you're just trying to get congratulations or a virtual high five for you, like, looking better. But even then, that comes back to a dating thing, because it's very rare you get married men or married women, posting that stuff on social media. And it's like, hey, I'm trying to make a better me.
So why would a married person, and we're talking about married men, married women, right? Why would a married person go to a gym? In your opinion, why would a married woman and married men, and I know there's a little bit of divide there, but why would someone that is honestly in a relationship that, no kidding, is a permanent relationship based off marriage, why would they want to go to a gym?
I think
in 2020,
I think there's a few things. You do have to absolutely accept that there is a certain amount of community in some
Sure.
gyms. People want to go and find people who are, maybe trying to lose 10, 15 pounds. They find it harder because they have a certain metabolism. They find it difficult and they want to find a peer group, and they talk.
And so you're saying
Yeah.
they need encouragement.
Yeah,
They
I
need
don't
somebody
think-
to say,
yeah.
hey, you know,
Yeah.
come here with me
Yeah.
so you lift these weights, you
I
run
don't-
on
I
this
don't- yeah.
treadmill.
I don't think it's all insidious. I do have this kind of doubt when you have people who are already in good shape going to gyms, because again, a lot of the resistance body work you can do through push-ups, sit-ups, or home weights, or a home gym, which costs way less than a gym membership, even after that initial bring you in at $8 a month thing. I do think I start getting skeptical past that point. Once you start bringing in the personal trainers to help you lose that extra 2 pounds, I'll tell you how to lose that extra 2 pounds. Don't eat as much food.
Yeah, start eating
Yeah,
right.
maybe burn up more calories than you actually intake. But no, I do get the sense of community, and I think for a lot of women especially, that sense of community, that support group, recognizing each other's struggle, especially like I said, if they're not able to burn off those calories, I get that. With men, on the other hand, I don't know a man who needs to go to a support group to lose 6 pounds. For men, I think it's purposely about them being able to take a selfie, put it on their social media, and impress the women they have on there now. Again,
well, you say social
Yeah.
media, but they're
Yeah.
dating apps.
yeah. But I mean, again, like, my good friend Danny, who I mentioned in our last podcast about the Smiths, he's a power lifter. Okay, I coached this kid at soccer years ago. Fantastic guy, super smart. I know he does it for his own personal battle that he really wants to. I mean, his fiance is as beautiful as all get out, so I know he's definitely not looking for somebody else. I know
Sure.
he does it because he wants to power lift 10 pounds more than he did last time. But people like him are few and far between.
Yeah, but he is not going to accomplish anything more in his life by lifting 10 more pounds.
It's just a personal thing and a personal challenge. I mean, it's like you and I playing Rocket League. Okay, you had a few months head start on me.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at it.
And I'm not great, but I'm a hell of a lot better than you are.
Yeah, I
at
feel
it.
like at some point, if you can be ostracized from the internet or Microsoft Live, whatever, then this is going to be the thing I'm going to get kicked out for. But yeah, it's just this personal challenge thing, and I think some people do genuinely go to the gyms. They use the weight stuff, and it's a personal challenge, and it's a challenge between them and them. They want to achieve a goal and they set their minds on it. But I do think a large percentage of people go there, and this is the target audience the gyms go for. I don't think the gyms aim for the people who want people to go there to make a better them. I think the gyms aim for the people who want to go there and make it like a dating app.
So are gyms going to fail then? Because if you look at our
Because
new
of the
normal,
Peloton thing and that type of thing?
well, you've got the Peloton thing, and you've got the COVID thing, and 24-hour fitness right now that they're going through a bankruptcy and they're shutting down all this. Is the ability to go to a gym right now going away because that interaction of saying, I'm gonna put my athleisure wear on, I'm gonna run down, I'm gonna buy this sports bra as a woman, I'm gonna buy this sports bra, I'm gonna put on these yoga pants, and I'm a single woman, and I'm gonna go into the gym, and I'm gonna hope that I'm gonna be on this elliptical machine, and some guy's gonna come up to me and say, "Hey, give me your phone number, give me your Instagram, whatever." Is that gonna go away, or is there something that's going to actually continue with the gym? Because it's really not about getting in shape.
Yeah.
It honestly, it's not about getting in shape. It's about saying either I'm trying to get in shape and I'm single, and hey, look at me, and oh, you're a good looking guy. Hey,
I don't think the single disclaimer is even an issue.
Yeah, but hey, come over here and share your Instagram with me.
Yeah.
You know, or by the way, as I'm taking a selfie of myself on this machine and somebody else looks at me, or are we gonna get away from that and say, no, gyms are done?
No.
Gyms are truly done, and then we're gonna go back to the Gold's Gym thing, where it's only gonna be the muscle-bound meatheads that just want to bench press 5 bajillion pounds and say, "Look how tough I am," and nobody gives a holy hell about them because nobody outside of powerlifting cares about that.
Well, you say that, but I think that is possibly the only pure gym. If you look at the Olympian, you know, the original Greek model of it, those people go in there to be powerlifters. I think they are really the only pure people in it, because everything else, like we said, through resistance exercises, what you can do from videos on YouTube, you can do most of this stuff from home. So you have to assume that, again, it is the new dating thing.
I think it is.
Somebody wants to, you know, see me work on the elliptical and think I've got a cute butt, which, you know, works better if you're a female than a male, I think. But
okay, so stop looking at my butt.
Yeah, okay.
Stop looking at my butt.
But the point is,
because I know I have a cute butt, but stop looking at my butt.
Because
I'm getting uncomfortable.
If you had an offer come through your email today which said, hey, 6 months free, you still wouldn't go to the gym. You know why? Because, hey, you know, you've been in a marriage for however long. I've known you long enough to know that, you know, when you do feel like you get a little bit overweight, you maybe change your diet a little bit or do something to kind of lose a little bit of weight. But, you know, to me, it's like going to Tom Thumb, all right?
Okay.
I go there and I might see a dozen really attractive women, but you've asked me to pick up some beer, and so they're looking at me thinking, yeah, it's really gorgeous, but there he is at 10 a.m. buying a lot of beer, so it's not for me. But, you know, people always say, oh yeah, you can go to the grocery stores and meet your potential mate, but how does that happen? I mean, I've heard that so many times, but, you know, unless you're like both choosing which Atlantic salmon to buy, and you're there and engaged in a conversation, that's not an environment you can meet. And as we spoke about the other day, you know, dating apps, there's so much catfishing, so much fakeness on there. You don't know who you're really seeing. That's almost not a good avenue. So I think gyms is now the new bar scene. I honestly think gyms is the bar scene.
But if you look at gyms, now is the new bar scene, because if you look at, you know, 1970, 1980, hell, maybe 1990, right?
Yeah.
You go to the bar and you sit there and you hit on somebody. Now the bar scene is the gym scene.
Yeah.
Like you say.
Mm-hmm.
But the bar scene was fake.
Yeah.
So the gym scene is fake. It's all fake.
It is.
It's all fake.
Yeah.
Because I can go to a gym right now and trick somebody into believing that I go to the gym and work out.
Right.
I can do that.
Yeah.
It's very easy. You could do that as well. And there might be some woman that looks at you and say, oh, okay. Well, he comes to the gym all the time. Mm-hmm. And guess what? You might have bought a 1 month gym membership
Right.
just so
Mhm.
you can try to
Mhm.
pick up on some woman
Yeah.
in 30 days. You're like, okay, well, 30 days, $10. I mean, that's less than a 6 pack of
Yeah.
good beer. So I'll throw $10 this way and do a
Yeah.
trial membership, or maybe honestly wouldn't cost you a dime. Maybe you've got a friend that says, hey, I'll bring you here for free, and you get a free 30 day.
But do you not think that most of that pretense not necessarily comes from actually meeting with people in the gym and conversing with them? Because again, there's so many photos out there of people just basically taking selfies of themselves in gyms rather than working out. And
Sure.
then they get back, and they post it on social media. But I saw a really good meme the other day. It had this guy and this girl meeting, and the girl was like, I'm a model on Instagram. And he said, well, I'm a soldier on Call of Duty.
Absolutely.
It's
all
exactly the
fake.
same thing. It's
It's
all
all
pretend.
fake.
It's all pretend.
Yeah, it's all pretend. It's all fake.
Yeah.
So why do we care? And quite honestly,
We
don't care.
We don't.
We don't care.
We do
And-
not go to the gym. Do not send us any free gym
Absolutely.
memberships.
I do not want a gym membership. If you send me a gym membership,
Yeah.
I'm going to send it right
Yeah,
back to
yeah.
you, and I'm going to say, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't want this
Yeah.
because, look, I'm not in the best shape I could be, but you know what? I do 12-ounce curls every day,
Yeah.
and that's just drinking
Right.
beer.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But somewhere, somehow, we got lost that talking about the 70s and the 80s and that fat guy that
Yeah.
was sitting there that provided for his family, that
Mhm.
had the goofy ass mustache, and he was the guy that had to buy new pants every 2 years because his pants got a little bit too tight,
Right.
and he had to buy a couple
Yeah.
more pairs of
Uh-huh.
pants. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, we decided that, oh no, all men have to be this way.
Yeah.
All women have to be a certain way. And now we have arrived at this portion in our lives that everybody's got to look a certain way. You look at I saw today, and not a huge fan of hers, but Jane Seymour. So we're in the middle of September of 2020. Want you to look up Jane Seymour's Instagram. She's 69 years old. Honest to God, looks absolutely gorgeous at 69. If you would look at her, you would not know she's 69. But we have arrived at this point that women should look a certain way.
Yeah.
And on the women's side, not to alienate our women listeners, men should look that way as well.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your Ryan Goslings, you've got your Ryan Reynolds, you've got everybody else named Ryan, apparently.
Yeah.
They're the only sexy
Yeah,
people
yeah,
out there,
yeah,
right?
uh-huh.
But now all of a sudden, I remember thinking about women as they looked at that age when I was younger. It was the Golden Girls.
Right.
You know, it was B.
Yeah,
Arthur.
yeah, absolutely.
It was all that.
Yeah.
And you picture them that way, right? So we have this ridiculous way of looking at people, and it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah. I think, I absolutely agree with what you just said. I look at Martha Stewart's hair, and I wonder how her hairdresser is not the first trillionaire as opposed
Well,
to Jeff Bezos. Because you look at her.
Yeah,
and
but okay, so Martha Stewart's a little bit different because if you look at a
she's
picture
an
of,
angel.
well, if you look at a picture of Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg and you say which one of these people went to prison,
Right.
you would
Yeah.
pick Snoop
Well,
Dogg.
yeah. Yeah, but that was a miscarriage
But-
of justice. But anyway, no, the point being.
Hey, I had to add
Yeah,
that.
no, but-
because we like Martha Stewart and
Yeah.
we like Snoop Dogg. and I know you like Martha Stewart because you can go ahead and say it. She signed an autograph to
she
you.
did.
Yeah, she did. It's
I've got a
okay.
framed photo of her where
You
she
do.
signed it personally to me, and I love her. But you go around and just like you said about the Golden Girls, right? I mean, look at Martha Stewart now. You look at her hair, and you look at women, I don't know, 40s, 50s, 60s, and you look at her hair, and you're like, oh my goodness, how is her hairdresser not like booked up 90 hours a week if he can make that hair look like that? But going off a little bit of topic, with that in terms of gyms, do you not think that what gym you go to is almost replaced, hey, at least here down in the South, what church do you go to? Everybody expects you to go to a gym.
Yes. And that honestly is what has happened.
Yeah.
What is your workout schedule?
Yeah.
When do you go to the gym? Oh, you go 3 days a week, 2 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week. Oh, you go 7 days a week. You go every day to the gym. That is what has now happened. Everyone expects you to go to the gym, and if you and I were to try to meet up, and I said, "Hey, let let's go somewhere and have dinner. Let's go somewhere and have a drink," and you say, "Oh, sorry, I can't meet you. I got to go to the gym." I immediately give you a pass.
Yeah.
I say, "Oh, okay, you're going to the gym? Yeah, that's fine." But if I would say, "Hey, let's go have a drink," and you say, "Oh, well, I've got to go to a HOA meeting," I would say, "Oh, come on, you can skip that. Just
Right.
come have a drink
Yeah.
with me." But all of a sudden, because you're going to the gym, you just kind of float that out there and
Yeah.
you say, "Oh, that's okay." Because all of a sudden, working out is so important.
Yeah. Although,
And that's what's
yeah,
happening.
kind of wrapping it up there, I don't think if anybody looked at you and I, they'd be like, what gym do you go to? I think they'd actually go back to the reverse point of being like, you'll need Jesus. I don't think they were going to assume you and I go to any type of gym, but
Well, everyone knows I probably go to some gym because
Well,
I'm
yeah.
extremely sexy, and you're just a little bit less sexy than I am. But no, as we digress. So, thanks for tuning in to this episode of The Wolf and the Shepherd. We hope that you enjoyed this episode, and we look forward to you coming around and listening to the next one.